The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
We got everything up that we gonna talk about?
Yeah, pretty much. Scrolling through one more time. I had to
Are we gonna talk about Lil Wayne and 50 and Cube, or are we done with that?
It's up to y'all. We can. I don't know. We can mention it, and then I don't know. Briefly state how we see it differently.
Well, I mean, we can mention. Well, since Lil Wayne is new, we can mention him.
Yeah, but as we said in the chat group, I don't know, because you didn't really say anything to him, but I don't think, I know we don't view Cube in the same light as fucking Wayne and 50.
Did we say that? Did we say that on the pod?
No, we said on the pod. We said it in the chat group. That's why I said.
I think we said it in the chat group. I'm thinking.
Do you want to say it on the pod? I don't know.
I don't mind saying it on the pod. I think some niggas are kind of missing the gray. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm thinking.
Hey, I think I held back because it felt like one of them discussions we was gonna go into our argument, but we had the guest.
Oh.
And so I didn't want to go all the way in with the guest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I know I kind of held back.
Man, come on, dog. Y'all know. Anytime y'all go into it, that's when I start to shine. Because I'm the one that has to break it up.
Yeah, but we had D on the podcast at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I didn't want to give it the whole both barrels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On the first go round, at least.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing? We out here chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We're having a little hot left. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights. And we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot more than I could say to you guys.
Just had a great meeting with @Real Donald Trump at POTUS. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, the Precious the Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what I had to say today, assured he will and can get it done. This is from Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby, @Lil Tunchi on Twitter. He met with President Trump.
Man, you step and fetch it niggas need to stop. This is that.
Even your part of town, nigga.
I don't give a fuck where you from.
Don't act like that ain't your favorite rapper. Well,
I can't say Tech Nine ain't came out yet, so Kansas City still holding it down.
Right. Exactly. But the Wallens, I don't know about y'all, man.
I think he'll hold out. I don't think he ain't fucking with Trump.
I don't like.
I can't see Tech Nine fucking with Trump.
It's not even that though. I'm just trying to understand Like I know, like we gave because the initial shot we talked about. I should, even though we talked about it, right? The initial shock with Ice Cube. I think that was a lot of the blowback, and we also talked about 50 Cent. And I think we all expressed you don't really expect much from 50, and I definitely don't. Go ahead.
The reason I was upset, I was like, niggas are not holding motherfuckers to the same standard that we holding Cube for. Cube, I think, got manipulated.
For sure.
Cube got manipulated.
And he was also the first.
Used.
He was also the first one though too. I mean, as far as
maybe he was the first one through the door. Maybe
that too.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we getting successive weeks. We getting 50 Cent and we getting Wayne, like real life back in this nigga. And this nigga Wayne showed up to a fucking photo shoot.
A photo shoot
with a fucking turtleneck and a V-neck.
I don't know what's happening.
and don't none of the shit match. Like look, this nigga hair. You remember Dookie braids? This nigga got Dookie dreads.
That got Dookie in his head.
That nigga look like the Lion King, and by Lion King, it's spelled Lying.
Lying.
Lion King, nigga. That's what that shit look like, bro. But I feel you. I think, and I hate that. I hate it. I do hate it. I hate it that Ice Cube caught so much. But like he said, first up to bat, first to the door, and I think all niggas saw was Trump. And niggas was done, And unfortunately, like, we live in this society. We us on here, we kind of dig into it and read a little bit more. We live in a society where people just read the headlines or the tweet, and they rarely click the little blue stuff, which is the link, which leads to the story, which allows you to read further. And we see a lot of that. And I don't know. Like I said, once again, for me, I think it was just Ice Cube initially, first to the door, and then kind of somewhat the double down, and then when I think it was.
So hold on, because you put a post out on Facebook this week. About Cube, and so I think what was it? It said I
think it explained where his position was.
No, because I think it came harder. It was like he denied Kamala of a Zoom call.
Right.
Yeah.
That was gonna have 12 artists on it.
Yeah.
He didn't join the Zoom call. Right. And everybody be mad about that, and I've been like, nigga,
But I think, but the thing though is, like, if you want to do the work, if you're saying I want to hear both sides and both sides come at me, then it's obviously not about that. If the other side says, what are you saying?
If I'm Kamala Harris, I put the check mark on. I talk to Cube when he joins the Zoom call. But in the Zoom call, you're not gonna talk about the points of his plan. He got several points in his plan, and you're not gonna get to me in its entirety.
Right, but he's also the same
nuance of what I've got, talking to 12 other entertainers.
Right, but he's also the same person that said they didn't have a plan when they in fact did have a plan. So that's the problem. He wasn't informed.
He said they didn't have a plan.
Yeah, he did. He said that. He said they didn't have a plan.
I heard him say that their plan didn't necessarily include the elements that he wanted in his plan.
I think that's what
I heard him say that.
His initial salvo was like they didn't have a plan, but
hold on. The name of the plan is something like isn't it named after like a song or something like that?
It's a voice to sing plan. It's like 48 pages.
Lift every voice.
It's 48 pages.
Like
the platinum plan is 2 pages.
The platinum plan is 2 pages.
I'm saying
no.
Their plan is 48 pages for as far as specifically addressing the black community. The platinum plan is 2 pages.
Well, you know what that shit is. It's like that nigga Trump showed up to the test and he ain't do his fucking homework.
Right.
So that nigga cheated off a Q's page and passed it off his zone.
But I'm saying, but I kind of hear what you're saying. But even when I think after a couple of days, cause we watched that one interview, especially with him with what's Fat Boy with no neck?
Roland
Martin. Like, he wasn't even clear then, so he had time to kind of do a little more homework, do more research. He wasn't even clear on the platinum plan and exactly what his plan was pertaining to. And the platinum plan is not his plan. Why you got? No. I'm saying, but the platinum plan is not his plan. But he kind of got railroaded into that. So that's what I'm saying. Niggas are conflating those two. And that's the problem.
He did. And so what I'm saying is, I think if we can blame Q for anything, is that he subjected himself to be pulled in by a known convict.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we know that.
Right,
but at the same time, I'm really, every time I listen to Cube, I get more and more impressed. I'm not saying that the plan is great. I'm saying to you the ideology of what he wants to do is he's saying, look, African Americans represent 13% of America. Talking about first to the door. He said black people have been first to the door on everything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment were written on the backs of black people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So 14th Amendment, to be real clear, is the court case or the amendment that is brought in the Supreme Court more than any other amendment. Mm-hmm. And it was written specifically for black people. It was written specifically to overturn the Dred Scott decision.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now they're using it the Republicans want to use it. The Republicans are saying, and the Republicans did write it. I'll give them credit. Back in 1868, they did write it. Yeah. But the Republicans are trying to use it in this day and age to say that Harvard is discriminating or Yale is discriminating against Asian Americans trying to get into school, and they letting in too many black folks, I guess.
But Joe, and I would say my problem is, like, even you, Cube should hire you to go in and speak to power the things that he wants to say. And I'm saying that, yes, he's written all these like great rap songs and controversial rap songs that, like, I'm gonna speak. I hate to saying people say truth to power and question the establishment and shake up the establishment, but those are rap songs. And yes, the more he gets on air, he's slowly evolving. His message become a little more clear.
They rap songs, but we saw in the movie, and anybody who remembers during the time that nigga was not afraid to say that shit to the police. That nigga, right. they basically said in Detroit, do not say fuck the police or we're going to, you know what I'm saying, shut the whole thing down, arrest you. The niggas was like, yo,
Two Live Crew did the same thing when they said don't perform your shit on stage. We want Uncle Luke up there talking about the plan for Black America too. I'm saying rappers have always.
I don't think Uncle Luke was on the same shit. I don't think Uncle Luke is on anything. That is comparable to fuck the police.
If I compare, but as far as like saying fuck the law, this is supposed to be a country where we have freedom of speech. Uncle Luke, Two Live Crew did the same thing too, where the police said if you go on stage performing this song, we're going to arrest you, and that's what happened. They shut the venue down.
They definitely did that, yeah. and so what I'm saying, and they took that shit through the legal process. Yes. And I don't know if it made the Supreme Court, but it definitely made the appeals court.
Yeah, and that's why we have, and thanks to them, that's why we get able to a lot of music we have listened to. You know, you know. Shout out Uncle Luke. I never thought I'd be saying on the podcast.
So what we're saying here is Cube is like this. Cube is saying I'm not with the Republicans. I'm not with the Democrats.
I get that.
He's saying I'm with black people, and I'm not with people of color. I'm not with, you know what I'm saying, any other group. He's saying all these other folks have gotten they come up. The LGBT community has come up on the 14th Amendment, but that was made for black people. The Hispanics, the Asians, all them others. They've come up, but it's been on the backs of black people. Black people need to be at the front of the line. He's saying we ain't got no reparations. We need reparations. Now, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, he shouldn't have gotten together with some of the other people who've already done some of the groundwork. Mm-hmm. But based on the timeline, it looks like he went in and became motivated to do so. You know, he had time during the pandemic like we all had.
Correct.
Right.
And he probably really got motivated during the time of George Floyd like we all got motivated.
Right.
And he decided rather than to take to the streets, let me go ahead and take this plan up. And then, like Roger said earlier in the podcast, he decided to strike while the iron is hot. Mm-hmm. I feel like at this point in time, when we are, you know, fighting for the soul of America, there is no greater leverage than right now. And so ask the question, you know, hey, what you gonna do for us? You want our vote? I maintain to this day, I voted Democrat a lot recently, but I've not voted Democrat my whole life. I still maintain I'm an independent. I have voted more and more Democrat over time.
Right.
But I still maintain I'm an independent because when the Democrats start fucking up, guess what? Peace out.
Yeah.
Right, but we hold the Democrats to a certain standard, but not the Republicans. We're not asking
how we not holding black people vote 97% Democrat.
I know I'm saying that though, but I don't hear him asking them what the Republicans gonna do for our vote. I always hear a bunch of niggas talking about what the Democrats gonna do for my vote.
I think it's like what everybody, because the Republicans ain't getting the vote.
I get that though, but there's no real leverage. It's either like when they're gonna have a Democrat, since the Democrats are whatever, we're not gonna hold the Republicans to the same standard, so we're gonna have a Republican president again.
No group votes as heavily Democrat as black people, especially black women.
I know this. Yeah. I know this.
So I'm saying. And no other. And this thing, you know. So y'all fuck with me. Say, hey, Candace Owens is my girlfriend, and we all know that's because I was first one pissed off at her.
Hold on, can I add this to what you're saying too? I know no other group votes more Democrat than black folks, especially black women. But as far as men go, no other group votes the Democrats more as black men.
You know, I get that. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, yo, Candace Owens. Like I said, I was the first one pissed off at her. But at the same time, I've always felt like she's not stupid.
No, she's not stupid.
But what I'm saying is she comes up with these ideas. I think she understands what the problem is. I don't think she understands what the fuck the solution is.
I think she doesn't care about the solution.
She has said that hey, we can't be on the Democratic plantation. She's saying Brexit. We need to stop fucking with the Democratic Party. I'm not saying we need to stop fucking with the Democratic Party, but I feel like we need to hold the Democrat Party responsible. They elected a Democrat for senator in a special election back in 2018. In Mississippi, or was it Alabama? I think it's Mississippi. Doug Jones. They never elected a fucking Republican. The reason why they elected a fucking Democrat was because of black people.
Right.
Black people got Joe Biden the fucking nomination.
I feel that.
It was South Carolina. The black people came through in South Carolina and got Joe Biden
and they got
the nomination.
And they got shamed by the nation.
They got to do shit. Then nigga, they do.
Why
they came through for this motherfucker? He got to come back. So what you gonna do, Joe Biden? You gonna wait till after the election? All right, let me holler at somebody else.
But all I'm saying
you over here bullshit.
But what I'm saying is when niggas vote for people, and true, Republican, Democrat, you can. There's debates about what interest they have as far as black people, but as far as my lifetime, Democrats have had a better interest in black lives as far as I'm concerned. But
in our life, let's be real clear. In our lifetime, not the lifetime of the party.
No, I said my. That's why I said
in our lifetime.
My lifetime. That's why I said my lifetime. I always try. On this podcast, we always try to use our words. That's why I said in my lifetime. In my lifetime, I would say
our lifetime.
Specifically in my lifetime, I gave a fuck about civics and voting. So I should say specifically that. And yes, we talk about on the show all the time. There are questions. There are things that are missing. There are definitely I think I agree with what Cube is saying. Continue to push motherfuckers on this shit, but we seem to be the only groups to get shamed when we vote for a party that, for the most part, has our best intent. We believe has our best intention at heart. When you got these poor white folks voting Republicans, they don't get fucking shamed.
Hold on, but do they?
More than as compared to Republican Party, yes.
I think of the two evils, yes, it is the lesser of the two evils. But
saying.
Does the Democratic Party have our best interests at heart?
As compared,
and I would say when they shot down Bernie Sanders,
there's no party in America.
When they shot down Kamala Harris, they went for the safe option.
But I'm saying that I would say,
look, vote for Joe Biden, vote blue.
I will say that
but Joe Biden is fucking problematic as shit.
I will say that there is no political major party in America that has the best interests overall for black people. I will go ahead and say that. There's no major political party that's putting black people first. That's why I said compared to the Republican Party.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Okay, that's why I said compared to the Republican Party, which ain't saying a whole fucking lot, I believe the Democrats put us a smidge ahead of that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're this great bastion of black hope and all this shit like that. No. Hear me.
So because the Democrat is operating at a 10 out of 100, and the Republican is operating at 2 out of 100, we just supposed to not try to bring the 2 up to a 5?
I didn't say that, but also we talked about timing too. So you're based. So the same thing we shit on Kanye West about as far as splitting the vote. When Cube comes out and says, "Well, we should hold," when Cube
I was
and
concerned
Puffy
about that.
When Cube and Puffy,
I was definitely concerned about him.
Yeah, when Cube and Puffy come out 2 weeks before the election talking about we should hold our vote, that's what I have issue with. Am I on board for niggas with a little bit of money, a little bit of power, a little bit of say, a little bit of platform, getting a much more bigger platform than we got, getting out there and saying, "Hey, man, if y'all want us to keep showing up for you, I didn't sit down with some people, and we got some shit y'all need to fucking address. But you can't do it 2 weeks before, and then you can't roll out.
If your objective is to get Trump out of office, this is fucking problematic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you've seen the memes. You've seen the memes. Hold up. The meme is the hood before Trump, the hood during Donald Trump, the hood during Barack Obama, the hood during George W. Bush. The hood been the same ever since. And motherfuckers is like, yo, what you gonna do for me? Because all politics are local. And if the Democrats only giving us 10%, you know what I'm saying, of what they can for us, you know what I'm saying, and we not seeing no real growth out of that shit, it's really about their agendas and their, you know what I'm saying, their situations that they want to see done, and they just want to use black people as a tool to get what they need to get done. There is no better time to ask that question than right now.
Mm-hmm. I still say, like you said, the first goal, get Trump out the White House.
But that's not everybody's goal, though. Everybody don't give a shit, because if Trump in the White House, I'm telling you, there are niggas on my timeline that I went to high school with that I know are not stupid.
Me too.
That are basically like, yo, who gives a shit, because I was doing the same shit under Obama.
Right.
Had a black president, it was the same for me. Trump here, it's the same for me.
Right.
Now there may be some nuance, and maybe niggas don't even understand the nuance. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas don't understand nuance. We talked about that.
No doubt. Yeah, niggas don't understand nuance. But what I'm saying to you is that, like, that's not their primary goal. Our primary goal, I think we are politically minded people.
Right.
And our political, we've been talking about fuck Trump consistently for the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I think we've been talking about that shit since he was elected.
Well, I'm saying on record, for the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And definitely was talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I refused to talk about this nigga before he got elected, because I didn't want to even add credence to the fact that this motherfucker was running for office. You know what I'm saying? I saw this nigga as a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying?
Podcast when he got
so I didn't even want to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is now niggas is like, yo, that's not their number one concern. They don't give a fuck if it's Trump. Look, we done made it through 4 years of Trump. They figure like we'll make it through another 4.
But I'm saying is, dog, like,
that's their number one goal. Their number one goal is, yo, what the fuck you gonna do for us?
Right, but can you imagine? I mean, and they got to see this though. He's trying to get reelected. I get reelected. You think he gonna be better?
No.
But they look at Biden's record and they're like, yo, what the fuck?
Compared to Trump?
But hold on, nigga, can we get into Biden? You want to get into Biden?
We can get into Biden, because I know we can't talk about Bernie the Saint, but we can get into Biden. Let's go ahead.
Let's talk about Biden. Let's talk about Biden gave like the eulogy at Strom Thurmond's funeral.
Okay.
We know who Strom Thurmond was, right?
I know who Strom Thurmond was.
Strom Thurmond was like the longtime senator from South Carolina, was a fucking Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
Yes.
And this nigga Joe Biden was like his best friend in the Senate.
Right.
Who's his best friend in the Senate? I'm gonna look this up.
They gave a eulogy, from what I understand. You can Google that shit. I don't know if I'm not. Look, that was 20 years ago. I'm saying to you, this nigga was very close friends with Strom Thurmond. Mm-hmm. You can look that shit up. We know the whole issue of the fucking busing.
Which he has apologized for, but okay.
I'm with you. He's apologized. I feel like I believe in redemption. I believe that you can understand the wrongs and try to right them. I don't think Trump is trying to right his shit. I think that Biden is actively trying to right his shit, but that nigga was fucking wrong, and like hard wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. And
we can go back to Anita Hill. What about Anita Hill?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Because he was the senior member on the Senate Judiciary Committee in the Clarence Thomas hearings.
And I don't agree with that.
The nigga wrote the 94 crime bill. Dude, the 94 crime bill.
94 crime bill, which Bernie did vote for.
Which a lot, 95 fucking senators.
All I'm saying is, but also.
Hold on. I don't want to gloss over that. I don't want to say that Bernie, because we're not. This is not a Bernie thing.
But I'm saying
Republican Democrat. This is Republican Democrat. So I'm gonna say that Bob Dole voted for it.
That's fine. And
John Ashcroft.
But we also forget that there were a lot. We also forget there were a lot of people at the state level in black communities who were also asking for this crime bill. who also
exactly.
But I'm saying niggas don't remember that. Niggas don't remember the crack era. Niggas are like, well, what was happening when that happened?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, it all.
So I'm saying to the latest shit at Biden's feet is fucked up, but the nigga was the author, and the shit has been bad. I'm not prepared. I'm with you on this. I'm just saying, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm saying, yo, we can't let Joe Biden off the hook for this. You know what I'm saying? I would say on the crime bill, yes, that was bipartisan like a motherfucker. 95 out of 100 senators voted for it. So I'm not gonna say that Joe Biden did this shit alone. He did this in a bipartisan way. It ain't like the Amy Coney Barrett, you know what I'm saying, confirmation hearing where it was 52 Republicans and 48 Democrats said no. Mm-hmm. It was bipartisan, 95, and that shit ton of Republicans, well-known Republicans that ended up running for president. The Republicans from the state of Missouri, Robert Byrd, who's just stepping down, I think, in Kansas this year, that nigga voted for it. So a shit ton of Republicans voted for that bill, but the author was Joe Biden. I'm just saying.
I know, and I agree, but once again, like I said, there were people at that time who were screaming for tougher reform as far as.
I agree.
Now, do I?
Church might have been forefront of that.
Yeah, but do I agree with the bill? Mm-hmm. Not at all. And we all know who suffers the most whenever the law gets heavy-handed. It's Negroes.
It's Negroes.
Yeah,
niggas.
The fucking militarization of the police. Yeah. 94 crime bill. The shit that we over here talking about defund the police, it got funded from the Democrats in 94.
Yeah.
Mm. But be real clear. I just want to be clear. Republicans voted heavily in agreement. You know.
And then once again, that's part of the problem. That's something we talked about before too. It's like with our current system, with the money, the way it's set up, lifelong politicians. I mean, we're at an era where I hate to say it, it's a bunch of old white men, and you're not going to find many, if any, especially serving, who ain't got that dirt on them, who ain't got something they said or did that's fucked up. You a 70-something, 80-something-year-old white man. I'm all right but even at my own job, when I see the age of some of these patients, I'm like, oh, I know they didn't say nigger or fuck you nigga a time or two. But I still got to treat them with such tender care.
Right.
So what Cube is saying is, yo, Democrats are not our party. Republicans are not our party. We need to be our own party, and we need to press our own agenda. And to me, this fucking, you know what I'm saying, it's being as a businessman as Cube is. He's saying this is the moment of leverage. We've got to strike, as you said, while the iron's hot.
But I do have a question, Joe. You think while he was getting that Disney money, he would have did this?
You talking about for what, the fucking movies and shit?
Yeah, the movies. Mm-hmm. He ain't made a movie in a while. I doubt he.
I can't speak for what he would have did then, because I'm telling you right now, this nigga. We've never seen this moment before. This moment, everybody says this is the most every year they say this is the most critical election of our lifetime, and every time they say it, the shit is fucking correct. Like I do feel like this is a battle for the soul of the nation.
I know, I agree. I'm just saying that.
And I felt like that was the case in 2016, but I think we thought, it can't be that bad in 2016.
No.
Fuck it.
Nobody on this podcast said that.
Hillary got this. I ain't gonna go vote.
Nobody on this podcast.
And we found out, this shit is for real. Nigga, hold on. I saw Saturday on MSNBC. Let me say this real quick. In Texas, more niggas have early voted, and when I say not black people, more people in Texas. More Texans have voted in early voting in 2020 than voters voted in Texas in the entire 2016 election.
Yeah.
And they've been fucking with Texas voters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Having them early voting when they got one drop box over the whole county to drop it in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think motherfuckers see that this is the most critical election that we've ever seen, because we know the evil. You know what I'm saying?
It's playing on the news every day. Come on.
And that's why like I said, once again, that's where I'm torn at. It's just like we can go round and round, and I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. We ain't gonna go round and round. All I would say is, no matter the outcome of the election, I hope Cube with his money and the fact that I still, because we respect him still, and who are we? Niggas, 4 or 5 niggas with a podcast. So I still think niggas respect him in the nation, and as far as not the Nation of Islam, but America. And I just hope that he continues to push and grow and build that base, because he has a voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he has, of course he ain't like a fucking billionaire, but he got money. And there are people out there,
multi-millionaire, several times over.
Yeah. And there are people out there who fuck with Cube, who have been in the trenches, who want to, we fuck with you. Let's build this up. I just don't want him to go away. Like we see what happens with it's like certain parties just come around, whether it be the Tea Party or Green Party or all this other bullshit. They come around every 4 years to fuck up the vote, it seems like to me. And they just go away and you don't hear about them again for another 4 years. No, nigga, we got to stay in this fight.
Yeah.
I would like to think that Cube is the type of dude that will.
I know. That's why I said
I've been a fan of that dude since I was a teenager, probably a preteen.
Yes, nigga. That's why I'm saying when I saw the initial tweet, the initial thing, nigga. That's why I was heartbroken, nigga. When I saw 50, I was like, this nigga's an asshole. He's a joke. When I saw Lil Wayne, I'm like, this nigga's a fucking crackhead.
Like literal crackhead.
A literal crackhead. Yeah. And he already let it be known that he don't fuck with Black Lives Matter. He said that shit 2 years ago, nigga. So we already know why are niggas surprised by Lil Wayne. He already said what he said 2 or 3 years ago. He said Black Lives Matter. A white cop saved my life. Never mind, the white cop was also dismissed from the force because he tased somebody, and he was also some other shit that this white cop then did. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the thing is, from even through the Disney movies, even through whatever, Cube being Cube to me. Whether he making me laugh, I see him as a nigga that speaks his mind, and hopefully he just keeps speaking his mind. He continues to grow. He continues to fucking just, even if it's just him on the screen, he got somebody that he's talking to as far as black people that helps push our agenda. Ain't nothing wrong with having a black agenda. Anytime we say black agenda, people get on there. White folks been done had agenda for since this country's been made. It's just called America.
But black people do have their fucking agendas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the black agenda. I'm saying black people with their fucking agendas. I'm talking about Black Twitter. And I feel like they take Cube shit and they take it out of fucking context.
They take everything.
I'm still on this. Like, why the fuck? If I have been promised time with the DNC to go over my contract with America, my black, black people's contract with America in detail, and you throw me on a call with Killer Mike and Snoop Dogg and 12 other entertainers, I feel like you're taking me for a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because Snoop is not just not Snoop. Cube is not just an entertainer. This nigga's a fucking mogul, man.
Yeah, but Killer Mike, though, I would say.
Don't put me with the entertainers, man. Come holler at me like you said.
Well, Killer Mike is not. It's not just an entertainer.
No, I agree. But why the fuck are they all on the same call? Why? Right. I mean, that's like calling Byron Allen a fucking comedian. They don't do that no more.
I guess.
Byron Allen ain't no comedian no more. Byron Allen is the fucking certified mogul.
Yeah.
Right, but I would say Q's more entertainer than me, but that's just me.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer trying to make that.
He's in the entertainment business, but that nigga owns the fucking big three.
That's fine, but hold on. We start talking. Hold on.
20 or something. Hold on.
You start talking about
in his 20s, and the nigga wrote Friday, man.
You start talking about bad bedfellows, the big three. You start talking about Jared Kushner. You start talking about Bannon.
I feel all that.
I'm just saying those. That's bad. That's bad, man.
But I'm saying to you, he has walked in the circles of not just entertainment.
I know, but all I'm saying is, dog. So when you start,
he's been in courtrooms.
A lot of niggas been in boardrooms that don't make them moguls.
Cube not a mogul?
He's more of an entertainer than me. I'm sorry. He's an entertainer.
I know we grew up on Cube as an entertainer. That nigga ain't dropped a whole lot of albums in 20 years.
That's fine. But he's made some movies after the albums. That's entertainment, ain't it?
He made movies, I feel that, but I'm saying to you, he doesn't just make the movies, he is the fucking producer of the movies too, man.
That's fine, but I see you more as an entertainer to me. I'm not saying that he nigga ain't got no money. I don't see him as this power mogul.
I see Outchea on the same level as Jay-Z.
No.
I see them. Now Jay-Z might have a little bit more money.
Nah, more than a little bit.
But O'Shea was doing it first.
I was gonna say
More than a little bit more.
Yeah, well,
Mr. Jackson was doing it first, bro.
yeah.
That's fine. You can do something first, but if I do it at a bigger level than you, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this nigga, he ain't got fucking Billy. He just got $500 million.
That's fine.
Come on, man.
That's still half of what I got.
But I'm just saying, that's a shit ton more than I got.
That's fine though. But you comparing him to Jay-Z, not you. Sorry.
Jay-Z compared him to himself. He said the higher I go. He said, what up, Will? What up, O? That nigga's mentioned the rappers who have made it to Jay-Z on Jay-Z status. Right. Jay-Z said Will Smith and O'Shea.
I feel you. But I'm saying
that's Jay-Z saying that.
That's fine. Jay-Z don't speak for me. I'm sorry. Okay. That nigga ain't my brain.
Okay. I'm saying to you that Ice Cube is in a different class than every other insaner except for those three.
Okay. So you saying Snoop Dogg
is not on Ice Cube level. It's not.
So how much money Snoop Dogg got as far as compared to?
We can go look that shit up.
We'll look it up.
I bet you ain't Ice Cube money.
Let's look it up. Snoop live podcast, y'all. Live podcast.
I was about to bring that home.
Oh, well, you know Joe will fucking do what he do. He do his magic. So estimated
I'm
2020, 135 million for Snoop. Let's say Ice Cube. They say Ice Cube net worth in 2020 is 160 million. And Snoop Dogg is 135 million.
What'd you say? 135 and 160? You know what you said?
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I guess I win there, right?
Jared Kushner then took all the money. But it don't even matter.
160 million is a shit ton of money to me, bro.
I will put it this way though. I think when you start talking about except for take Killer Mike out the picture, but like a Snoop and other people, I do agree that Ice Cube is a much smarter businessman, or he's just smarter than me than a Snoop Dogg. Because Snoop Dogg, he ain't never got on nothing to say, nothing that pertained to me. But Ice Cube has spoken to me as far as a black man in America. I will say that for sure. Whether it be on wax or off wax.
Listening to Ice Cube is part of the reason I got into hip hop to begin with. I'm not sure I can say that was Snoop. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately for me, it was 2 Live Crew. But sorry.
Nah. It was Cube's crew that first got me. It was fucking PE, man. Public Enemy was one of my favorite groups to begin with.
Yeah. And actually, that fuck the police. My mom fucked with that heavily. I know, retired cop, but she loved fuck the police, and I think that got me on the back end. Cool, 2 Live Crew was just booty bouncing shit. It got me into more than listening to lyrics and hear what they're saying, and is it speaking to me, and is it trying to push me to be a little bit better, or just just say, yeah, you can't just talk to me any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're white, black, whatever the fuck. Yeah. But, I mean, go ahead.
I'm willing, over the body of work that this nigga has given us, I'm not gonna go off the fucking soundbite like niggas on Black Twitter will. I'm not gonna go off the he didn't go on this fucking Zoom call. I'm gonna listen to the whole fucking interview and I'll find out why he didn't go on Zoom call and base my judgment based on his reasoning. I'm gonna see what he say, and if it's square with me, cool. If it don't, okay. But ain't no way I'm canceling Ice Cube, man.
No, I'm not gonna cancel.
I'm canceling Lil Wayne with the fucking quicks.
I ain't listened to
50
Lil Wayne
can
so
go.
long,
50
man.
ain't made a good album since fucking Get Rich or Die Trying. So that nigga can go. I ain't watch Power, so you know what I'm saying. I'm my black cover. I watch Power. I ain't had stars at the time.
Well,
what I'm making is Cube can't get revoked for me, man.
Hey, but it don't even matter though, because 50 Cent, I think they say his estimated worth is $30 million.
Say again.
His estimated worth, they have it at $30 million as of 2020.
Ooh.
Damn. 50 Cent?
Oh, 50 Cent?
Yeah.
Well, that's right, nigga, because he gonna be 20 Cent.
Damn.
Hey,
That's about 20 cents.
that makes sense now. Why he want that tax break? He like, nigga, I only got 30.
Yeah.
O'Shea got 160, nigga.
Shit.
But hold up, don't this nigga look like he stayed at his mama house?
Who? O'Shea?
Look at the fucking background of this
Hey,
picture,
bro.
man. Don't it look like he just stayed at the same crib he was in when he grew up in South Central?
Right. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I said this nigga going for that woke look. That's what I said. It was my first time I saw it.
But I'm saying the house, that look like nigga. Okay, all the shit up on the wall, the fucking Magic Johnson jersey and shit.
It's probably his little closet, his little. I don't know what's going on. That
don't look like no fucking mansion. That look like the house he grew up in, nigga.
Yeah.
That might be his memorabilia closet in the mansion. That might be the sad thing about it. Like his
It could be. It just looked like a regular ass house.
Yeah.
This nigga's closet look like our regular ass houses. That's the problem.
Maybe that might be what it is. That might just be the man cave, and it just look like a regular ass room. I'm saying that look like a fucking regular ass house, though.
He's like, this is the closet in my man cave.
Straight up, it could be. It very well could be. I have no idea. Nigga make 160 million. He can do what the fuck he want to do.
Yeah.
But like I said, man,
I think the message is clear. I think the idea of striking right now, if Donald Trump wins, God forbid, if Donald Trump does win, don't you want this nigga on record saying he fucked with some of the shit from the contract with Black America?
Yeah, but he'll say anything. He had to.
He will say anything, but now he said it. And so we know this nigga spent the whole fucking first 4 years trying to back up his campaign promises, even though his campaign promises were fucked up.
But you know that how many niggas, like we talked, no won't be nobody on here, but you know how many niggas are gonna hang this on their head. They gonna lump him, 50, fucking Lil.
And that's the problem. They dumb niggas, man.
I know, I get it, but we already talked about it.
Ice Cube and 50 are stupid. Niggas who lump fucking Lil Wayne and Ice Cube are dumb niggas.
They already do it on Twitter where you see this like this.
I know they do, but they still stupid.
Yeah, I get it. But this constant shaming of like this black men voting for Trump, and I'm like, as far as men go, black men vote Democratic more than any other motherfucking male group out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I'm like, but I get it, because all you get is these rich niggas, and I'm not talking about Ice Cube, but 50, Lil Wayne, got Kanye, and then you got all the little niggas who jump on there on board with that shit and defend that shit, and it's like, y'all ain't helping. Between the Russian bots and you niggas, y'all ain't helping.
No, they not helping.
So anyway, yeah, definitely. Ice Cube.
But here's my thing. I feel like Q speaks from a place of altruism.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's saying, okay, hey, this is the agenda. This needs to be about black people. It doesn't need to be about no other people. It needs to be about black people because we have paid in blood. We played in sweat and tears and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck are we, if we're 13% of the, you know what I'm saying, population, why are we not getting 13% of the government subsidies? Of the business kickbacks and that type of shit. Why are we not getting the economic opportunities? Why are we getting half of 1% when we represent 13% of the people? You know what I'm saying?
Because especially down.
I think that's altruism. He's talking about the culture. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to bring on the next Ice Cube or the next, you know what I'm saying, Byron Allen, the next mogul that we don't even know. Whereas 50 Cent talking about his fucking checkbook.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know what the fuck Wayne talking about. That nigga on his fucking scissor. You know what I'm saying?
Because we have a president that has made the word black agenda a racist term. And there are many white people in America who follow this motherfucker who think that. I don't know if you've been I know you keep up. But like he's getting away with, he's trying to take away a lot of these, especially these federal departments, federal departments, taking away like, diversity training, hotlines where people can go in. A report came out today, he's trying to take away funding from hotlines where people can go in to report things as far as like racism in the workplace, shit like that. You have a president that has empowered white people to believe that black people wanting just a little bit more of the pie It's something that is a racist concept.
Right.
And that's where we at. Like when we say black agenda, you say that shit on the news now, and you were fucking racist. That's where we at.
Because Black Lives Matter is racist.
That too, all of it.
Benign ass statement. Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Nigga, that's some fucking baseline shit, but it's racist now.
It's the most baseline Barack Obama shit. That's what it is. Like to me, it's like the most like Barack Obama is like the most moderate black man you gonna meet in America, and they call this motherfucker the craziest black man, the most liberal, left leaning, wants to do everything to America person ever. Mm-hmm. Barack Obama is the motherfucker at the family cookout to ask you not to curse in front of the little kids. Mm-hmm. That's Barack Obama, nigga.
Ask you.
And he might ask you not to say nigga also in his house.
Yeah.
That's Barack Obama. Even though I think he do say nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
Joe.
Especially when old boy said nigga at the presidential the news thing, whatever. When he said nigga there, Barack Obama, he said you my nigga, whatever, and he didn't get mad. I said, yeah, that nigga say nigga. But anyway, we didn't beat this up. I don't mean to speak for everybody, but I think we've all voiced that we're in agreement as far as like Ice Cube's message and hoping that he stays on task. And right. I think he's on to something. And
I agree. I think he is. He's trying to encourage. I won't use the word incite. Try to encourage black people to get together. Into the politics and, find out what these politicians are going to do for us.
And I will say, like, I think initially, I will have to tell myself, I think initially I thought it was about money, but then when 50 Cent came out and blatantly said it's about money, I was like, oh, no. Yeah. Ice Cube want black folks to have more overall. He just didn't have a clear message off top. And for me, like I said, the timing, but like, and the more I think about it and the more I listen to Joe, I mean, when is it a good time to ask for something that's rightfully yours?
Right. Exactly. Rightfully yours. Exactly.
So you slowly, I don't get so upset when we talk about Bernie. You slowly changing me, motherfucker. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
But no,
my
man.
My plan is working.
Bernie Sanders be alive in the next 4 years, though.
Oh, shit. We said what?
I said, will Bernie Sanders be alive in the next 4 years? That's a good question.
He'll be alive. I think
if Bernie is not alive, Bernie isn't.
Yeah.
Niggas will still be feeling burned after Bernie is gone.
And I think I made it clear on the back end as we calm down. I think I had more of an issue with the Bernie bros than Bernie. I think as we calmed down and kind of settled into it, everything that came with him, I had an issue with. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I apologize, Bernie. I'm sorry. But your fans fucking pissed me off.
I just want to make a plea for people to stop listening to the sound bites. If a sound bite blow up, go listen to the whole fucking interview.
Or even more, if you're on Twitter, just don't read the tweet. Click on the little blue part. Mm-hmm. That's the hyperlink. It will take you to the full story.
Get the whole story. Get the whole story, people. Don't be looking at the fucking headlines like that.
Right.
It's fucking clickbait is what it is.
Because matter of fact, like, for example, and then we'll start wrapping it up here. But for example, we covered show. On another episode, we covered a story about the... was it George Floyd? Where they said, was it George Floyd or Breonna Taylor? It was George Floyd. George Floyd. They thought that they had dropped the third degree charges. So if you read it initially, you like
murder charges on George Floyd's on Derek Chauvin.
You're like, oh nigga, they didn't drop the charges. But if you go in there and read the article, you're like, oh, okay. So the other murder charges still stand. The judge just dropped the lesser charge.
Second-degree murder charge still stands, and manslaughter still stands.
But they just dropped the lesser charges. So once again, you gotta, cause I click on the link and I just saw the headline. I gotta read this shit. And I was like, okay, whoo, had my pressure up. So yes, please read. Hold on, what else we got here? I mean, it's kind of funny, and no one can see it though. But Madam was at Thoughtz, the wax museum. They put Donald Trump's thing in a fucking dumpster.
The nigga's whole presidency has been a dumpster fire.
It's been a dumpster fire,
pretty much.
Before we get out of here, let's hear from
He loves to
my
talk
president.
about black unemployment. Look how low black unemployment. Well, you know what? Unemployment was really high when I came in, and we brought that unemployment low, and it kept on going low. And he wants to take credit for it. Says he's the best president for black folks since Abe Lincoln. Man, now his advisors are out there saying, including his son-in-law says, black folks have to want to be successful. That's the problem. Who are these folks? What history books do they read? Who do they talk to? Don't read? Is that what is going on? Black unemployment hit almost 17% during the Great Recession 10 years ago. And through a lot of hard work, Joe Biden and I helped get it down. And it kept on going down. Not because Trump did anything. And then this year, because they've screwed up the pandemic response, it soared back up to above 17% here in Florida. But it doesn't have to be that way, Florida, if you go out and vote.
Bars.
Barack.
Go.
Barack. I miss him. You know what? It's not. I don't even know if I miss him. I just miss a president that could just talk to you and just talk to you, and not have to be like Bigley and the most and the best thing ever, and just anyway, whatever. I don't know.
I miss him doing those dramatic pauses where you can tell he's like because that's the time when the nigga was thinking.
Yeah.
I miss the nigga actually reflecting and thinking about what he say before he say it.
Yeah, because
Don't just vomit out words. Think about what the fuck you gonna say and then say it.
No.
I miss that.
You miss people to think
Yeah.
that are in charge of the fucking nation.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. What a novel concept. Oh, my friend Joe. Well,
Can't always get what you ask for now, Joe.
well, I mean, I won't say hopefully. Hopefully, I would say hopefully Biden wins and maybe he falls ill, and there we have Senator Harris.
You know he's gonna fall ill.
Oh shit. Hey, bro, they'll be so mad if this nigga won and was like, I'm tired. You got it. You got it, Harris. Man, the white
Manchurian candidate out this motherfucker. We got a black Trojan horse up here.
nigga, they will burn the White House down again. And I'll be over smiling big as shit. I'll be like, ooh, so y'all didn't want that white woman, and y'all got a black woman in the White House. Ooh, I know y'all mad.
Ooh, they feel greasy. Ooh, they gonna feel greasy.
Shit. All right. We done talked about some things. I like it. People got shit off their chest. I like it. Wear your mask. Yeah, wear your mask. And most importantly, if you ain't heard Brother Joe, read the stories. Watch the videos. Hit the hyperlinks. I think we got into this world of where it's just like this short attention span and 140 characters, even though Twitter allows you to just keep adding tweet upon tweet upon tweets. But even then, people don't read the additional tweets. But yeah, man, just do a little reading. It's a fucking pandemic. Why are you niggas rushing through life? You ain't got nothing to do. You sitting at home.
Yeah.
You on your fourth bottle of what you drinking there? Evan Williams. The fourth bottle of Evan Williams.
Evan Williams today, yep.
You're on your fourth bottle of Evan Williams this week. Just take some time to read. I don't know what we're gonna do, man. We didn't fucked ourselves.
Ilhan Omar, member of the squad,
Whoop, whoop.
Democrat from Minnesota, district where George Floyd was murdered, told y'all this today on Twitter that you don't need to mail your ballots in anymore. At this point, folks, specifically it was about Minnesota, but at this point, folks, walk your ballot in.
Walk it in.
Yeah, get it in, like put it, make sure it gets there because we know that Trump was on some fuckery with Louis DeJoy, Postmaster General.
Hold on. Oh, my bad. You made me think about it. Damn, I started doing the wrap up, but this nigga on this November 3rd shit. If it ain't in by November 3rd, not counted by November.
This is what I'm saying. Walk your ballot. That's what Ilhan Omar was on. Walk your ballot in.
Yeah, dog. It's hey, dog. We said it 2 years ago. We said it a year ago. We've been saying it all this motherfucking year. It's about to be some fuckery.
There was a woman, I want to say in Illinois, who was voting absentee in Detroit, and her ballot didn't show up, ballot didn't make it. She got some sort of receipt to say the ballot wasn't there. She drove her ass 600 miles round trip back to Detroit to go vote. Black woman in her 90s.
Oh, yeah. I did see this story. On Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? If she can go 600 miles to go vote, 90-year-old black woman,
shit,
your ass can catch 3 buses to go across town. Walk that shit in.
All you need is one transfer.
And please don't shame us who are taking part in the political process. That's another thing too I've been seeing happening.
God, I hate crabs in a barrel like that.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that though? What's going too?
Oh man,
a lot.
I've always, it's motherfuckers who always are contrary about shit and be mad. Like I put this thing. Roger is an atheist.
I am.
But Roger's not the type of atheist that's going to beat down people for being a Christian. You know what I'm saying? He's going to big up and, hey, man, that's what makes you who you are. I appreciate it. I laud it. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of dude Roger is. Other niggas are atheists and want you to be drugged down with him. And I'm like, well, hey, look, you believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And then we both exist that way. If you don't feel like voting is the thing to do, don't vote.
Don't vote.
Right.
Because you was going to probably vote for some fuck shit anyway. So you just sit your ass down on election day, but don't down other motherfuckers from participating. Here's my thing. It shouldn't be about who died for you to vote. That's what we were taught when we were kids. Hey, such and such died for me to vote. And I get that. That was a powerful motivator maybe in the 80s, maybe in the 90s. That shit doesn't work anymore. Vote now because motherfuckers are trying to take that shit from you.
Indeed.
All right.
They are literally doing everything. They're taking it to the Supreme Court. They fucking rushing Supreme Court justices through before Election Day to fuck you out your vote.
Indeed.
Go vote. Vote because they're trying to stop you from voting. That tells you how powerful the shit is.
I don't even want to lie. I swear, damn, we've been doing this podcast too long, and we spend too much time chit-chatting. I had a similar point as far as atheism when it came to voting, I swear. I was like, in the beginning, when I first I'm an atheist, I was like, anytime somebody said they're a Christian or whatever, I was like, they got blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, what is that really doing? What is that doing? What is the need to proclaim my atheism so great that I have to shit on other people who believe in the religion? And I'm like, that's just stupid. That's stupid, right? Because if I believe in nothing, what's the need? What's the draw to shame you for believing in something? And that goes the same thing as far as you talk about with voting. It's like, if you want to vote, if you believe in this political process, what does it do me to shit on you for believing in doing your civic duty just because I don't want to participate? Right. That's what we're doing, and I hate it. I hate that. Oh, you stupid! You want to go out there and vote and do all this and do this and do that? I'm like, nigga, you still gonna be paying taxes locally. Your money's still gonna be going to some bullshit, no matter what you do or don't. Why don't you get into the fucking fight, my nigga, and vote? At least vote locally. If you don't want to vote on a national level, at least vote locally, my nigga. That's where I start with people, because that is something that you will fucking see, for sure. And that also will affect maybe the Electoral College. That also may affect who's the president. And you may not even know it, but if you vote locally, nigga, you will definitely affect and influence fucking change that you can see. That's where I started with people. But hey, I don't know. That's just me. But ain't no need to shame nobody for wanting to be an American and vote. Please stop doing that. And ain't no need to shame nobody who wants to be American and not vote. We can all just shut the fuck up and go about our way and do whatever. And then we show up at work, and when whoever's the president, hopefully our wives are not having to go out and suck penis for birth control. I don't know. That's where we're going to be at pretty soon.
Nah, if you didn't vote, don't say shit to me.
I mean, yeah. I am on that. I am. Actually, yeah, if you didn't vote blue. Anything but red. You know what? Even if you voted independent, that's fine with me too. Or did it right in, but anything but red. Don't vote red, then, for sure. All right. We good? We good, y'all?
Yep.
All right, y'all. Vote, niggas. Vote blue, preferably. But we ain't gonna shame you if you vote otherwise. And if you don't vote, don't say shit to us. You heard that from Joe.
Right.
In the case he start. And 10 meters chimed in to say yeah. Hopefully 10 meters get some. Hey, bro. Hopefully you get some.
What's up?
Just buy grapes next time. Just buy grapes.
Buy grapes.
Oh
shit. All right, man. It's been a good one. Hey, thank you fellas for your time, man. Good Friday. Love y'all, man. 10 meters. Joe Jeff in the house. I'm the KC Stork. Never, ever, ever miss a moment to break bread with your brother. Triple B Podcast. We out.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.